Hey kinfolk, so today's episode is a follow-up, a very long-awaited follow-up to the boots episode that I made. I don't know, it's been so long I don't even know what the name of that video was, but here's the follow-up on like how I made tread on these two boot styles. One was a retread of the three buckle Viking boot, and the other one was taking an old pair of, two toggle boots and putting them on a pair of hiking boots. And there was a very clear winner with this. And before I get into all that, be sure to like, sub, and leave a comment to help encourage me, because I've been really dealing with the funk lately, and I just could really use some more engagement from you guys, and let me know what kind of content you want and all of that good stuff to kind of help me through that funk and continue to motivate me to make more videos. And hey, also, if you are, inclined, hit up my Patreon page and consider supporting me. Over here are the my Patreon supporters, and I really appreciate them. They've been sticking with me since, almost the very beginning, and I could really use more support, so jump on in, join the crew, and yeah, I really would appreciate that. So back into the video. So there was a very clear winner, and the winner is the hiking shoe. It was just so much better. And before I get into this one, I'm going to tell you why this one didn't work so well. Reason why is because the tread, within like 10 minutes, the tread started to really peel. And it's kind of doing that now. And if you do a close-up of this, the glue didn't even attach to the tread. Now this is probably, more of a silicone-based rubber, which is probably why the glue didn't attach too well to it. And yeah, it didn't work too well. And there was other problems with it. One, it added a considerable amount of weight to it. Considering I'm only adding a little bit of rubber to it, it did add a bit of weight to it, and I didn't feel as agile. It was just an extra amount of weight at the end of my foot, and I was just moving around a bit more sluggishly. The other thing is that inside the shoe, I still slipped around. My foot inside the shoe would just slip from side to side, and that's always been a problem with these shoes. I have narrow feet, so that contributes significantly to that problem. And really, yeah, I love the boots. I love how they look. They just don't work for my size foot. And so I think maybe a custom shoe might be in order. I don't know. That's kind of in a future purchase, and that's a significant investment. But yeah, this just didn't work. I love the look of them. Yeah, it just didn't perform like I hoped it did. So the winner is this one, the hiking shoe with the skin of a Viking boot sewed onto it. And so yeah, this is the brand that I'm going with, and it did take quite a lot of effort to make, but I gotta say it was well worth it, because when I put my foot in, my foot doesn't slide at all. I mean, at all. It's just locked in there. It feels like a snow boot where it doesn't move at all. It's like you kind of crank it down, you strap it in, and that's not going anywhere. Your foot's not coming in or out. And I really like that feeling. Now, it's a bit uncomfortable at first because it's very, very tight. And the issue with a lot of that is I think it's because the Viking boot is a size 12 and the shoe itself is size 12, but there's a bunch of padding on the shoe itself that adds a lot more girth to it. That this leather is, I'm trying to stretch it out, but it can only go so far, and it's just squeezing down, which does help a lot to kind of keep my foot in place. So it's kind of a blessing. So it does squeeze down quite a bit on my foot, and it does tend to numb it a bit, kind of maybe cut off the circulation, but after a while, eventually it wears in, the leather stretches out. Putting in some boot grease or something like that to help stretch it out goes a long way to kind of mitigate that squeezingness, that tightness. It's a bit more of a hassle to get my foot into because it's so tight. I have to use, come on, where are you? Don't run away from me. Okay. I have to use a shoehorn to get into it. Like, I literally have to put my foot down and use a shoehorn to get my foot into it. That's how tight it is. And it's like, it's really hard to get my finger in there to grab onto the little strap at the back of the hiking shoe to kind of pull the hiking shoe on. And it's a minor inconvenience. So what if I can't find this? How do I get my foot into it? Getting out is fine. I can just slip it right off and it's not a big deal. And again, I think it's a minor price to pay for how secure this shoe is, this method is. And I've been looking for this for like almost 2 decades. Like what kind of shoe that would work great for a LARP that would also look like a Viking shoe or some sort of Decorum shoe that would fit in the environment. And I think I found it. And again, this isn't my idea. I saw it on LARP Haven years ago, and it was some European LARPer saying, you know, try this method out. It's really easy. It's simple. Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree. It's a really good method. And I like it. I mean, I can wear these things all day. My feet feel fine. My knees and my back feel fine when I put this in. And it just gives you all the modern conveniences of a modern shoe, like arch support, ankle support, cushioning, that rubber kind of springing action. When you take a step, it kind of helps preserve a lot of that momentum when you're walking or running that a modern hiking or a Viking boot doesn't, because it's just a thin leather sole and there's no conservation of that impact to propel you forward. So in saying that, this is definitely the winner. I would highly suggest that you do something similar to this, especially if you have knee issues, ankle issues, arch issues, or back issues. These are like, you know, almost that covers 90% of the human population across the world. And this is definitely the way to go. So in saying that, I mean, this is a great way to go. I can't speak highly enough about this method. I can wear these all day, literally 16 hours a day. I can take them off. My feet feel fine. I don't feel like, I mean, it's nice to take them off, and you know, any kind of shoe or sandal at the end of the day, taking them off always feels great, especially when you've had them on all day. But my feet don't ache the next day. They don't ache during the night. And really, this is it. This is the way to be. So Viking Leathercraft or any other boot manufacturer, if you guys are watching this, discover a way to where we can just get the top and we can sew it to the shoe itself, or you guys could do it for us and we just buy the shoe, send them in, you sew them on, all that good stuff. This is a great idea, and I think you guys could go a long way to getting this figured out for the LARPing, you know, population. Even maybe reenactors might be interested in this. Why don't you guys tell me down below? If you're a reenactor, comment down below and let me know what you guys think about a shoe like this. Is it too, obviously the shape is too Decorum with the tread and all that. If you're skating, whatever. If you guys are really strict on your Decorum standards, what do you guys think about this style, this way of doing a shoe? Ultimately, it feels really good. I think it's healthier for me, and I think it'd be really great for you guys. So yeah, tell me what you guys think down below if you guys would want to do something like this. And you know, if the tutorial is helpful, if this review was helpful, just if you guys think I'm crazy or foolish for doing something like this, leave it down in the comments and we can talk about it. But that's all I got for you today, nerds, and just wanted to talk about how great this shoe was, and just really appreciate you guys and all that good stuff. And again, hit the like, sub, share, all that good stuff, and hit up my Patreon page. My supporters are over there, and you guys can be a part of that too. So I really would appreciate you guys joining the team. So that's all I got for you today, nerds. I'm going to send you home with be humble, be helpful, and be honorable. Thanks for watching.